everybody. Thank you for coming into the chat. Something a little different. For I know some of the people bug me for a while. It's like, Dio, help me in material world. Help me in material world. Dio, how can I get more money? How can I get more stuff? How can I get more situations? And so on and so on. For so today's topic it's about we are going to talking about the energy. We are going to talk about the vibes, the gravitations, and we are going to talking about everything in the material world. For there is two rules of manifestations. You manifest when you're pushing yourself, and you're pushing yourself, and you're pushing yourself, and you're pushing yourself, and you're pushing and pushing and pushing until you get it. Finally, will you get it? It's find out that you wasted so much time and energy that it doesn't worth it. Why? And all of a sudden, there is some things in life they just popping up right in front of you. Then they're popping up again in the front of you. Then they're popping up again in the front of you until you get the message that this is something that you have to look for it. So all of a sudden you go and look for it, and the divine says, "Oh yeah, sure, there you go. That's the thing," and you get in it. And it's like, what the heck? So we are going to talk about it, about the two different ways of doing all this. And let me recognize first the people who are in the chat. For please keep the energy clean here. Okay. Don't want to have situations like yesterday. Diana, I'm glad to see you here. Hopefully you're okay. I really wish to talk to you on a Facebook. I want to see what happened to you yesterday. I would like to see if there's anything I can help for. Glad that you see you here. Purity Passion, welcome. Margaret, Erica, Cece, Diamond B, and Ann Smith, I see, and Traveler Walker, Ray Skywalker. Oh, CC, may the force, the light, and the universe and twin flames be with us, right? Everything with us. We got the power, right? Snap. If you haven't listened to the song, yes, great song. I love it. So, welcome everybody. So, we're talking about energies. We are talking about vibes up here. Long time ago, there is a one great author. I want to share it with you. His name is Richard Bach. He's got a little book. It's called Illusions. But what it's illusions? It's illusions, or it is something that actually exists, but you have to work for it. He says like this: there is never come to wish in you if you don't have the energy to do it. So okay, Diana, God bless you. You know, energies bless you, love to you. Glad that you are fine right now for it. Yes, the energies they're intense. They're gonna be even more intense to some people. For it, even the end of the video yesterday, I did some energies readings for the people currently. And if you guys need any help, all right, don't be embarrassed to ask for the help at the end of the videos or anything I can do for you. Okay, we're here to help each other. It's a rough period, especially for us into the new cycle. We are going nuts right now because hyperactivity, truth, and dealing with all the issues is not pretty. We felt like we went back to the old cycle, and it's like, yeah, pretty tough and rough for us. So, what is the energy? What is the energy? Energy is everything. Energy is actually the force that travel goes in, goes out. You using it, you abusing it, or whatever you're doing it. It's energy. Energy doesn't vanish. The energy just moving from one place to another. All right. So, for example, when you want something to materialize, you're gaining the wish. A long time ago, that was told by even the ancestors. Okay, pray to the universe, pray to the stars, pray to the forest, pray to the sea, whatever. I mean, the fishermen's, they were praying to the seas, like, we want to pray, we want to have a great catch and blessing us so we can feed our families. We're going to appreciate everything. Okay, but they were praying from inside out for, and uh, I mean, it's the same thing with you know with everything in your life. You're wishing something uh, for. Evie Marcelly, thank you for coming in here. So the energy is wish. You wishing, but the wish is form of a prayer. When it comes to form of a prayer, you basically say to the universe, "Hey, universe, listen, I need some help here. It's our combined thing. It's our thing. If you can help us with something, for help us out, okay?" And you get help, okay? You get the help. You see the signs, and everything somehow works like a miracle. Why does it work like a miracle, though? It works it because from within you, the divine works within you, within the energy. Now, we're not talking about your own energy. We're talking about the divine energy that works within you. It gets within you, mixed with all together, understands what you need, and all of a sudden you are getting things. You are getting things that you are going to need it. You already have the abilities, you already have everything in order. Whatever you're getting, you know how to do with it with this. The divine is giving you. If that's a resources, that will be a resources. If it's data to find a job, it is to find your job. If that is about to improve yourself, you're going to be improve yourself. If you are building something, it's going to be provided to you. If you are getting some kind of business, there's going to be all the sudden things that's going to pop on in front of you that you are going to build that business, even if from scratch, from nothing. I had some confirmations going here. Okay, so that way, the divine, it's kind of like a ground you, the wish, ground you, the energies. They are working within you to manifest this because you are in alignment with the divine energies. You're a divine being that respects the divine and asks for the divine for help. Okay, but there is a one thing it's required there: the truth. The divine wants the truth for. So while the truth is this, and everything goes with the truth, you will get this. Okay, you will. You might don't believe it, but it works. It's been experienced at a personal level. I am talking to you about this. There is some people who they're like, I don't understand how did this happen. And I would try to explain, but the people are people. They only believe on their own. I can do this. They don't believe that the divine can do things like this. They don't. So when you work with within the divine's energies like this, you need to appreciate that because that connection it works. That connection is proven. That is a connection that says, "Follow me, I have more. Be with me, I have more. Walk with God, you'll get destination. Walk with the divine, you get the abundance." But most of the people, they are specifically are people who are self-sabotaging themselves. When they get this a little bit, now they put in their ego, and the ego is like have the wish, and they fight with the divine. And now what the divine says, like, no, you didn't appreciate what I gave you. Now I'm gonna take it away from you. And that's when he's like, well, I put all this, I put all that, and all of a sudden, and nothing happens, nothing works, nothing is like was before. what was missing there? The divine. And a lot of the people think that manifestation for works with sort of rituals, sort of things, sort of situation. Manifestation, the divine manifestations work with in the divine. For example, hi Maria Richards, thank you. By the way, thank you for everyone who donated some money to PayPal yesterday. Guys, I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for the support you guys given to me. I mean, I'm willing to do something for you guys. Find me on the Facebook. I like to, kind of like give it back to you guys. So to go back into all this process within the divine energies and the manifestation is the divine sees what you need for truth. And if you have a rough time, for example, you are in a tough material situation and you from inside of you, you reach deep in there within your soul. You ask the divine, listen, divine, I just need help. I need to go. It's tough time. It's a rough time. Help me to see the things from within. The divine will comes in and says, like, why you're in these situations, first of all. Did you not see that I help you? Did you not see? Did you not learn the lessons that you again in this situation? Why you ask me for a help? The divine is going to ask you. It's time for you to help yourself. But I'll be with you. You ask me, I'll be with you. Go and start working on yourself to fix yourself. There is a lot of the people who actually they are not needing the divine. They need themselves for it. Because a lot of the people they depending of this divine help, and divine can help them, divine can help them for it. And all of a sudden they are like for it. There is that preach in the Bible about the guy who is on an island, and the God put that tree that gives fruit every day, so the guy can eat it. There was a little creek about water, so he can have a water. And the guy created like a little pumpkin in there, so we can have a shade, that can hide from the sun. But the next day, the pumpkin went away, and the guy began to complain to God. God, what are you doing? I'm here, I'm hungry, I'm dying. And God's telling him, listen, do you appreciate the tree that gives fruit every day? That tree doesn't give a fruit every day. That tree gives a fruit once in every 2 months, 6 months, 7 months, whatever the situation is. Do you appreciate that creek that it has some water? Did that creek run out of water? Did it dry out? No. That's how most of the people are for it. But we're talking about here is about your things into the material world and how this all is correlated from within you. All right. You appreciate the universe appreciates you. That's how it goes. Don't use any games, any plays, any manipulations for manifestations, any of trickery stuff or magic and so on. You might get temporarily success in there, but eventually there's going to be something happen, backfire, or something is going to happen to it. Because divine knows what it's meant to be. The divine knows the road. The divine orchestrate all this. Okay, they did orchestrate everything. CF, thank you for commenting. I appreciate for watching my sex, watching my back for in the chat room. So the best thing that you're going to do is when you get into this divine state, all you're going to need is what actually you're going to need. for it. Uh, exactly, Diana. Exactly, right there. That's what it is. The universe is straight shooter. Find out from my own experience, the closer to your authentic self, the closer the universe towards you. Exactly. The universe wants authenticity, wants truth. And now, within this new cycle, we begin to understand this. We not only understand it, we actually understand this is one of the best main law within the universe, the truth. We understand to be with that truth because the truth doesn't create karma. The truth doesn't create consequences. The truth doesn't create all this tough and rough emotions. The truth helps you to sleep. The truth helps you to be happy. The true love makes you really happy. Okay, now we begin to getting into this situations for. Okay, but it's the same thing here. So now we on this new stage right now that we're here, what are we looking for? Do you think, guys, we're looking for the big mention? No, we're looking for the things that we need. So at the current moment, at the current present moment, we to be okay where we are. We want to make sure that we may not have everything that everybody said we should. We are just happy with what we have because it's the truth for us. We understand everything that goes and goes within. For a lot of people, though, out there, they want more. They have more, but they want more. What did they want more? Just to show off, to show off superiority, to show up a look at me, I'm a successful in life. You're not successful in life. You're not your truth. You're not happy with your truths. And yeah, it's very seldom you to find a wealthy person's within the happiness that it is there to be happy with what they have for. Okay, so uh, how the divine is giving you messages where you need to do and what you need to go in there. Okay, it tells you you need a job, you have no money, for example. What do? You looking from within you, and it's like, I can do this job, this job, this job, this job, this job, this job, and this job. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I gotta put myself to work to go get a job. Okay, so you go, you do the actions, you put out the thousand resumes. Maybe you go out there. Hi, Blue Swan. Thank you for coming in and thank you for the donation that you guys did it on the PayPal. I appreciate it so much. So much appreciated, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. For so a lot of the people, would get into to this. They get the job. They appreciate everything. They begin to give the job. And now what they do, they're like, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate this job. I love this job. Love your job divine gave you. Appreciate the job, have the discipline, not because of something else, it's because God gave you this job. I always loved the jobs where I was there. I love the machines. To me, the machines that were under my care, this was my patience. But guess what? I understood that these machines, if I don't taking care of them properly, okay, they're not gonna perform there and a production floor. So my job was to make sure that these machines are operating properly. Okay, make sure they are in the right place, make sure they're in the right things, make sure they're in the right situations and they're ready to go and ready to be. I had to wait for those machines to be broke in order, be talking about mechanically broke or something, parts failure, which is beyond my job for it. But I can get a job, get the parts, put the machine back together, put it on, and let it go, give it to it. So Integrity, Nanda, yes, integrity is only possible when we become real with ourselves. Exactly. You got to be real with yourself. If you're not real with yourself, then everything else is what? Unreal, unrealistic. And most of the people, they're not realistic to themselves. So they don't have a real life. So they're not really happy. And then everything else, because they're not really happy, guess what? You bring that unhappiness in the gravitations from within. And that gravitations from within, it's passing into family, to the people you work with the things that you work with. You all know these people who comes in and they're grumpy and jumpy, and they came to work and they begin to, all those bosses who comes in and unhappy and so on and so on. The husband and wife, when they come from work and they're like star, not, hey honey, how are you? No, they're starting from something else. It is like, don't talk to me, don't bother me, just brings that negativity in there. Why? Because the truth is not there. So when you are manifesting something with divine included, okay, with you including your soul, you got that respect, that dignity, you have this discipline, and you have one responsibility. So, okay, you gotta give it back portion to God. With this job that you got, you have to help others. Okay, you do have to help others. You have to get your 10% back into God. And a lot of the people don't understand this principle. Some of the most wealthy people, what do? They, first of all, they give 10% to help others. Some of the successful, wealthy people who does something like this, they might do a homeless shelter help, or they doing something. Okay, that's what it's means success. You actually does everything for it. That is about, you give back to the universe, you receive from the universe. You give back to the universe, you receive from the universe. That's how it goes. With an appreciation, within love, within this union with the divine energies from within you. Okay. I see a lot of people who come in and they're experiencing the same things over and over. They're like, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. You give them, you help them, they get up, they have a job, they have everything. And guess what? A few months later, something happens. They begin to complain. The boss doesn't do this, the supervisor doesn't do this, the guys on the floor, you guys kind of don't have the proper organization, the situation is so bad, and these people don't know what they're doing. I heard it all. I was a on-call technician at some point for, and I go to these companies. We're talking about multi-million dollar companies, and they comes in, they call me the machine's broke, and I go there and I found a bearing who has not been greased. I'm like, guys, how many maintenance guys we have here? Well, we got like 12 people. I'm like, okay, well, look at yourself. This bearing is dry. It's bone dry. It's got nothing. It will break. You need grease for it. You need to step it up in your preventive maintenance program. Now that bearing, it is about $7,000. Part you don't have within you. You have the machines down, and then boom, all of a sudden, it's confirmations here going on. I'm talking about real situations in here from experience. But we are talking about, like, when you work with the divine energies, okay, you just kind of like, you know what, let me make some phone calls. I'll see, maybe somebody's there. You call, you get the part, you go, you put the part, and you give the machine. That's how it works. But use the divine, okay? Use the divine. That's what it is. You gotta love the job that you have. You appreciate that job that you have. Okay? Treat it your job treated you everything like it's the gift from the divine, because that energy from your job, it's coming to you. It's coming to you because that way you're treating your energies for money, and that money put everything in your life. If you're not happy with what you're getting, or you have too much burdens from within you, you can ask the divine to improve yourself, to evolve. Most of the people, they don't evolve. They don't evolve, first of all, personally. The most worst part is they don't evolve within the divine, because the divine can guide them in there, and they can't to it. So let's see. Integrity is only possible when it becomes true with ourselves. Is this it only happens when our self carry out reality, and only begin working with the universe? Exactly. Warden Nanda, thank you for coming to the chat. Diamond B, it is true. I work side by side with family of billionaires. I've never seen such unhappiness in an entire family. It's sad. Exactly. And some people think that by they getting money and solving their problems, they think that there will be happiness when the problems run away. No, they create more problems because they want more things. They want the new trends. They want the new cars. They want the new castle. They want new travel. They never satisfied. If you're not happy with the little, you're never gonna be happy. Even if the whole wealth and the earth is within you, never. Happiness is internal relationship within the universe. That's one of the happinesses. Okay, that is the correlations within the universe. Well, a lot of people, they don't look at it on that positions, because that correlations brings the little happiness within, and that's what the situations is. Okay, so yes, Diamond B, can agree with this. I don't think that the people realize like how trapped themselves, not only with their minds but with their words. Divine say words are holy. That's the part of society toxic issues. The society right now, it's toxic. They actually use divine energies. They're using a divine, I'm a divine for it. It's just to get into the material world. And after that, they suffer the consequences, and they really find out what the divine means for it. Karma, you guys know what I'm talking about. When it's, payback time, and some of the people feeling it. Yes, karma is A, B. All right. For it. That's what the karma is for. All right. God created that. And it's like, I didn't create it. You created. You actually did this, and that this resulted to this. You promised this, and so it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeshua technique resonates with wealth, except money was led to become God instead of resonate of God. Dennis Waslow, thank you for walking in the chat, coming into the chat for it. Glad that you're here too. Josh reported in. Yeshua technician teachings resonate with wealth, except money was led to become God instead of a resource of God. Josh, a lot of the people, they really don't have understanding between a wealth and richness. Okay, they are both money. Wealth, okay, that is the things that you have, and you're happy from within. All right, richness, you gaining things, you getting this, and so on and so on. Richness, usually it's using somebody's that could be ideas, somebody's their improvement, somebody's ideas, and so on and so on, for their own benefits. That's how richness grow. Okay, the rich people, if you haven't read a one book about money. Okay, that's a Robert Kiyosaki book, the uh, cash flow quadrant. Okay, it's talking about employee, self-employee, and a business and investor. Okay, so the investor only invests money. He doesn't care how he's interesting the money to grow. The businesses, that is the businesses, that's the productions, that it's so on, that are the investors puts money into it. Okay, and they say that's where the freedom is. All right. Now, if you look at the other side of the cash flow quadrant, that is an employee and a self-employed. So when you're an employee, you have no controls over, right? When you're a self-employed, guess what? You have to be responsible for that the business. Usually, the self-employees, that is a like a dentist, that is a physical therapist, that is a people like lawyers and so on, because they have to be there. Okay, if they will take 1 month off, then all right, that's what it is. There is a people who probably like producing something small. They have to be there. They're self-employed for. But you need to understand that the wealth, it's actually this is what you have from what you are the wealth. Okay, more money makes you more of who you are. If you have less money and you trying to show off to your people, look at me, I am rich. Okay, which is I'm seeing this kind of people. I know these people. All right, they making, let's say, like $2,000 a month, for example. And guess what? They go and they buy the latest iWatch just because to show off. And ask them, what did you buy it for? Well, I just buy it because everyone has it. For, let me see, someone is a so much for I'm gonna be kind of like for on this because somebody's messaging me heavily on the Facebook. Somebody's in a hurry up. There's a lot of precious energies, by the way. Some of you may feel in it. So the wealth for you should be what you have inside of you and what is inside of you to reflect on the outside. That is your communication skills, that is your energy fields, that is your relationship with universe that reflects on the relationships with everybody. And out of the nothing, you can create a wealth with the divine, though. The divine helps you out of the nothing. You may not even understand and fully. Okay, for example, you can design a brand new product. You can design or improve brand new things. Okay, you can build all this. All right, but later on, if you don't appreciate what you have, you might losing it, even if you're losing the gift for. So, yeah. If you desire a new car, make sure the energy manifests from a whole place. Josh, let me explain something about a new car. Okay. About 3 years ago, I purchased a very expensive car. Okay. It was a very expensive car in the front of everybody. All right. For them, the car was $200,000. All right. So here is, I used to have a Subaru. I drive my Subaru to work and home. I drive on a very secluded road that goes from just 2 towns. That's all that is. It's 10 miles. You guys know what 10 miles is in the United States. If you don't know what 10 miles is, that is a 16 kilometers, which is for United States. This is like 10 minutes right and something like that. For so here is me. I'm driving my Subaru, and this expensive type of car comes into me. You just kind of like pulls up, and I almost just I have to stop it and pay attention what the car is. I'm like, oh crap. I remember I had this on my dream board. I created the dream board 20 years ago. And I'm driving a little bit more further, like 4 or 5 miles, and another same brand car, just different color, zoop, pulls that up right again up front of me. I'm like, okay, all right, two cars like this for one day, that's enough. So I come back, I driving back, I seen it, another two cars. It's almost impossible, you to see this kind of cars that often. So I'm going to my bank, and I'm turning around, and guess what? It's the same car sitting right there. I'm like, this has to stop. It's an Italian brand car, and I'm going to Rome. And in Rome, I'm speaking with my friend there in Rome, and we're going around the town. And guess what? Every time we're turning around, these brand cars just popping right in front of us. And he's like, I never seen in my life, ever since I live here, that many cars for a one day of that brand deal. There's got to be a something. So here is, I'm come back in the United States. I came back, and I had to go get some special meds for it. I needed some special meds back in the days with all this. And I'm on a traffic light and I see the dealership. So I turned right, I went to the dealership, and I found a car, used car, slightly used, 26,000 miles only. And I see it, it's about $40,000. It's like, okay, well, let me look, let me drive, let me see how it is, let me see all this, and so on and so on. And I went back home. I can't get it. I can't get the car. And I'm like, can't right now, can't just, nobody gives me a credit for it. I am in, all these situations, and they say we can't give you a credit for. And I'm like, okay, fine. I leave it up to God. And I went to sleep. And the next morning, they're calling me and they say, Mr. Wasalov, we have someone who will financing you this. This is beautiful, and you got approved. You just have to come in the morning and sign the paperwork and take the car. But you leave everything into the divine. But the divine put all this from within you. Okay, it does. I drove that expensive car for about almost 3 years. I sold it before I came here. But people at work, they were like, "My God, how you drive all this? This is a lot of money. What the hell are you doing? What?" I'm like, "How much do you think that car costs?" And they are like, "I don't know, maybe 200,000." I'm like, "Have you ever looked at it?" He's like, "No." Go take a look how much they cost. Even a brand new, I bought it used and slight. Even the payment that I had for the Subaru was higher than the payment of that car. So I kind of like lower my monthly payments for when I bought that car. It was an improvement, within the cars. But yeah, that's how it goes. But that is about divine helping you to achieve your dreams, to get into there, to be the happiness. You made it a wish long time ago, okay? But that's what this is. Do you have a dream board? Making a dream board. What are you dreaming about? Tell the divine, I'm dreaming about this. Let the divine work itself out. And when the divine time comes in, it will come to you. It's working with everything. It's working because the energy becomes the wish. The wish gets in within the stars, and the wish gets granted for. So that's about the car. I got that car. I drove it. It's expensive in points of some people, but guess what? Right now, I'm not pissed off that I don't drive this expensive car. Right now, I'm driving a, I don't want to say junk, okay? But I put some very good car. I have one Volkswagen that it's built back in the 1900s for it, and it's a Golf 4. To it, I put some money into. It's cost me about like almost talking about like $3,000. But guess what? I don't complain. I don't get into this to show off what it is, what is that. Because at some point, I didn't even have the money to get that car for it. But I work with the divine. I tell him, hey, help out here. Look at me. I'm just out with nothing. Some people know the story about it, but now I'm sharing it with you out of the personal experience so you can look at it, how to get up within the things from what you knew. When you work with the divine, for example, when I work with you guys, because of the divine, we're all working with you guys up here. You guys return it to me, and that's how I do everything for you guys. It's just energies exchange. But don't look like I have to get more energy from this, I have to get more energy from that, I have to get more energy of this, and you're not happy. Because guess what? You're taking from people, you're taking from situations, you're taking advantages, and so on. And guess what? You're not happy. You put that head on the pillow at the end of the day. Are you happy with yourself? So this what the new cycle is going to help you to manifest things quicker, faster, because you guys know. But now, because of the truth, that manifestations that works together with the divine is going to help you. It will. I seen it. I know how it works. I didn't use it once or twice. I used it for a while. I keep telling some of the people, okay, how this works. They don't listen. They want more. Some of the people I coach them, and guess what? They're right now back to a point zero. Why? Because that's what they learned for. They don't appreciate the divine. And when they don't appreciate the divine don't appreciate them. You need to understand when you work on this kind of situations, you created what's called a divine karma. Divine gave you. Did you give back? Right there. Let it sink in for a little bit. For all right, let me look at the chat for. So that is about the cars. Okay, what was the car place? All right, that was it. Josh, people lead to work well instead of leading well to work from. Yes, exactly. They have to, the work lead them to wealth. If you don't trust, if you don't go do the work, what are you going to get? Oh, you're going to have somebody else work for you for it. But guess what? Do you know how to do the work? Nope. A lot of the people, a lot of the family situation is, it isn't this problems because they weren't taught to appreciate work. They don't know what work means. They know that mom and dad have to provide. Now they're handicapped. I'm talking about handicapped without understanding what work is. Now they have kids. They didn't never worked, really work, and they have kids. They don't never been taught how to work. The chain of passing the importance about job, the dignity, the understanding is broken. That's why now the society is toxic. We're going to have some big issues with that in the next 15 years. You're going to see a lot of situations for a lot. I don't remember what university, but I think that was Yale University that says that only 15% of the graduates from there they actually perform in some kind of level. And out of this 15%, that it's like only 3% that actually really perform the way they should have performed as they came out of the college. So education, yes. They create the polarity of capitalism, infinite resource out there. I don't want to go to capitalism, communism, and so on. It's human thing. Okay, if you can pay your employee to have a better life and quality of life, and so on and so on, there's going to be a new systems coming in. We talk about this system. I know that system. I seen it, but it's not time yet. Some people have to go through lessons. I take it as a confirmation. CC, yeah, the old world, if this mentality, the new world is divine abundance. Exactly, Josh. Same principle, however, your abundance shouldn't come at cost of another's. Yes, exactly. Katie, hello, welcome to the chat. How can I visualize put true love to my wish board? Very good question, CC. Put a picture of yourself and the universe next to it. That's all I can tell you. See yourself. I love you. I love you. I love universe. I want love. And let the love be. Okay. See what's gonna happen in there. Just be love. Yeah, there you go. Just told you. No visualization needed. What I put on the board? Oh, dream board. You guys haven't seen a dream board. Let me see something. Nope. Okay. All right. So here's the truth for you guys. Maybe you don't see it, but hold on. So back in the days when we were talking about the dream board and talk about all this, this is what the dream board. That's my dream board, guys. For as you see it, I put what I wanted to dream back in the days. Okay, I'm not reading it here, but says the dream board from 2006. On the dream board was Maserati AMC 12, which is this. On the top, the center was Maserati 2006 Quattroporte, which is right in here. That's the car we're talking about. I had to spend a few hours digging up all picture to see the dream board. So here it is. For and the dream came true once clear time and limitations of your own self. Never limit yourself, but always look away to evolve, mostly your own soul. Mario Chiarante, you were right. I know what I did. I mean, maybe I managed to have Maserati. Thank you, bro, for the live support. So this is the Maserati that was in the picture. And here is the Maserati I got for. All right. So that's what the dream board is. And that's the Subaru that I have, the two cars right next to each other. Okay. But we're talking about the dream board. Let's see the picture. It's not here. There you go. So this is the picture of the dream board right in here. I have the palm trees. Okay. There is something important here. There is no security on this earth. There is only opportunity. That's what it is. You guys want to learn about it. Okay. That's what this is. So dream board, you can make it as a pictures. Go find pictures of something of internet if you want to. Go find pictures of magazines. Okay. You can go and put those pictures in one big place. My board was too big. It was way back. For to it, the bigger the dream, the bigger the miracle. Okay. And when you work yourself out, when you do the things, you're going to receive that. You're going to get this, what you want and fulfilled. But it has to be true from within you. Let me tell you a little bit about a story. Why Maserati? When I was in the army back here in Bulgaria, there was a sergeant who tried to rebuild and repair a Maserati B-Turbo. And I loved it, the car. I fell in love because I helped him in there. The car was mixing the oil with the antifreeze, and we had to work in there. And I see what the guy put his passion, his love towards the car, and I loved it, the sound and everything. I fell in love, and I was like, God, one day I want to have Maserati. I never thought back then, when I was in the army, that one day I'm going to drive it. What I did, I reached my dream. I understand and I appreciate everything for. Okay, but that's what this is about it. That you have to have the respect, and I respected everything for. I was thankful for it. Uh, uh, so, uh, yes, that was a Maserati. But to tell you the truth, though, uh, it doesn't matter the car. Nope, it doesn't matter the car. You need to understand one Volkswagen Golf can take you the same distance so one Maserati will do. All right. The wallet that costs $200 is going to put the same money as a $20 for it. It's about you. What do you do with the money for it? What do you do with the situations for it? My job back in the days in the United States and my money management was allowing me back in the days. I'm talking about that's like 3 4 years ago, before all this accident happens. I was able to do an astrology consultations for free. I was able to do twin flame consultations for free. I was being putting so much give, 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 and give. I understand when I have to give. The divine sends me someone, and I give and I give and I give for it. And I need to give because I know I received. My abundance, my wealth was plenty good enough for me to sustain myself and be able to do things. But why? Because I appreciate the value of the things, the people for it. And this is what happened is that a lot of the people who are even wealthy, they don't understand those principles. I see some people, like you getting all these informations and uh, all this from within it. Just giving you an example, guys. Okay, just giving you an example. You guys apply it to yourself. If you need something specific, let me know here for you. I'll help you. Let me know what you need. All right. I can help you to look from within there. All right. So, uh, uh, Boeing, my naked truth. I want a romantic true love above anything else. Here's your problem, Sissy. You're gonna looking for romantic love, and what's gonna happen when the romantic goes away? You're gonna lose it. Romantic love maybe lasts for a little bit. As the universe for a spiritual love that lasts forever. See what's gonna happen in there. You're gonna learn to love the person every day. You love them every day and every day and every day and every day and every day. Hopefully the person loves you the same way. Hopefully. Car doesn't matter if you want to take it to the track. Daily drivers can be carbon box with four wheels and serve the purpose. Exactly, Josh. So, my divine inside me is wide awake now, especially the SR-71 Blackbird, but I can't drive one at the coffee store. Oh my God. Uh, Josh, my inner child was so fond of McLaren, Lamborghini, and Porsche, always been naturally drawn to a cars in a futuristic aircraft. Well, yeah, it's not a big deal, guys. I've seen people who drive Maseratis, they crash them because they don't know how to drive. Man knows how to drive. The way to drive the Maserati, get the Maserati out in the highway, put in it like a nice music, okay? And let that music sinking with you and the car. Then you're gonna enjoy something. Then you're gonna enjoy something. Fast speeding, nah, that's not that much thrill. No, you take that powerful car just for a joyride, not fast speeding, just for the joyride. Okay. Like in the commercials, they have these commercials about the sports cars. When I have that man that it's nice, kind of like a classic music in there, and the car just goes around the corners without all this, and then continue plays that compassion music from within, and the car just vroom, then you will understand something about it. So build your dreams, guys. Okay, I mean, if you're the woman is your primary thing, then you are depending on the woman, CC, depending of the love, the romantic love for. And you struggle with that issue. Why? What's that all about? Uh, uh, yes, exactly, Josh. Come on, I'm a technician. I'm a maintenance technician. I know cars, but that's what it is. Lord Venus in the charge of cars. FY sounds funny but true. Yes. My Venus is in Scorpio, so yeah, I have tendency towards good cars, good taste for. And true love never does, even if it leaves. Katie, don't understand. True love never dies, even if it leaves. That's what you mean for it. So, yeah. So, to finish it within this, for take a look the two ways of you getting the thing from within you, which is in the material world. Do you work with the divine, or you just working it to get it for some other reason? If you're trying to compete with other people's wealth, you can compete all your life. You're never gonna get it. The same thing like you're trying to compete with regular relationships and the twin flame relationships. Ain't not gonna happen. Those two are totally different things. For okay, so look from within you. You gotta be happy with what you have and appreciate everything that you have. Go out there, roll your sleeves, get to work, go make some money, go do the things that you need to do, but be happy from within. Ask God for it. Ask God to give you something, to bring you something, to make an improvement. Okay. So, for example, what I'm making an improvement now is like I'm in this little apartment here. Okay. I'm okay. I'm cool here. Right. But I need something a little bit better for. I was like divine, just if you do something about it. We'll see what's going to happen, though. All right. So, but we'll see. You never know. But I working with the divine. The divine says, like, I'm gonna create situation for you, and you're gonna go and you're gonna do things for it. I'm gonna go for it. So that's what it is. Katie, what is my truth? Hey, dear. Truth is within you, Katie. The question is, you look in the reality within the real to yourself, or you're just fantasizing things. You can understand the difference between the two. Four. All right, guys. So that's what I got for you. Time to thinking about for it. Uh, about what are you going to talk about tomorrow? What are we going to do about tomorrow? Energy wise, the moon it's coming into Taurus, and it's going to be coming in with passing through Taurus. That is about the feminine energy to go within the material world. Is she's going to meet the North Node and Uranus, and 10 is she's going to meet Mars. So sudden changes, karma payback, something within material world. So be mindful because there is a push and the pull energies. For if you haven't watched the gravitational report that I do daily for you guys, just take a look at it and there. But be patient within those energies. Uh, so, what are you manifesting in? You ask me what I'm manifesting in my life. I'm manifesting what the divine is manifesting within me. That's what I'm manifesting right now. Or you get to that point of, oh, soul shock, man. Soul traps topic to the divine twin flames need to worry about karmic hidden achievements. Oh God. Can that topic wait for until we get the moon into a Cancer? For soul shocks, soul traps. Yeah, there's a lot of traps within the material world. For that is a people who can use the soul things to create traps for it, and they get soul shock at some point. But do the divine twin flames need to worry about karmic hidden agenda? The idea that you need to understand some of the karmics for especially the today's generation of toxicity. They're ungrown child, so they play games, and when their partner come together with their twin flame, they begin to cause issues for it. And yes, there could be a soul traps in there as well. Do the divine twin flame to worry about karmic's hidden agenda? They don't have to really worry about it. They just have to do one more important thing. If they have a kids, their relationship with them should be about the kids. Everything else out of the window. Out and the window. Clean consciousness. Empty the bag of dirt outside of the window. We went through this for twin flames, hidden agenda. Twin flames can't have a hidden agenda because that's not truth. Now, some people use the twin flames to have their hidden agenda. They don't understand that they're playing with the divine. And that is not a really topic I really want to talk about this hidden agendas for. So, yeah. So, yeah, the ego can, but the people who live in ego, they live in a fear, and they live in a fear, they live in a low vibes. And I am not talking about low vibes crap like that, Katie. I'm sorry about it, but that doesn't mean in the new cycle here we're talking about different situations, all this low vibe stuff putting away. But soul shock, I can go with that. If you guys want it with the soul trap, soul shock, we can go that. Okay, sometimes what you guys, if you never own a pool, every time if you have a rain and there is a lot of green, you have to use a chlorine shock to clear the water. Rebirth after emerging from the ashes. That right there. Wonderland, that right there is a good topic, but you guys are in the ruler. What you guys want to talk about it. So you guys pick your pain and pleasure for it. My thing is only I don't want to talk about low level 3D relationships, 3D manipulations for manifestations, and so on. We're talking about raising the bar here. So, but that rebirth after emerging from ashes, yes, that's a good one for it. But you guys decided. I can't help by watching Digo Angel's YouTube playlist, and she just Sorn trailer. Oh my God, Sorn, yeah. Pain or pleasure or peace. They're all with P. Katie, if you pay too much attention to the pain comes to you. What do you pay attention to? That's what you create energy, and that energy can come more and more. But I believe the Wondernanda is get the point in there. Just saying. Soul Trap, Soul Shack sounds good. Okay. Just joshing with you, dear. Okay. You can josh. Okay. It is what it is. I'm gonna get new paper. Get out of the printer. All right. So you guys want to soul trap. Soul Shock. CC and Dan. Okay. Rebirth after so they're all correlated because the soul trap and the soul shack, after it's getting done, what do? You rebirth yourself. So we are going to talk about soul trap, soul shock, rebirth after emerging from it. So that's what I think we're going to do about tomorrow. And I just want to wonder. Nanda, yes. Just want to make sure I spell the name right for it. So to finish up the today's form, yes, that's where I wrote it. Your thoughts, it's the energy that goes from within. You probably heard that your thoughts becomes a wish for. And when you look at it, your thoughts, what do you focus on? What are you doing from within yourself and within the divine? So basically, if you wish for something that's not related with the divine, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. And you're fighting and you're fighting. And you're kind of like, oh, finally, I got this. And you're happy with it. To tell you the truth, the whole process, it just took some time. Sometimes you even wonder, why did I really need it? Okay. Now you will understand this, that of people who they invest in energy, time, and effort to something. But when you're going with the divine, you're going to receive the things from divine that you are in alignment with your timeline, you're in alignment with the divine, and you are in alignment of what are you doing here and now. That's what is the real miracle path that is from within you. You are a the miracle. You are a the manifestations. You are a the work. You are a the divine. You are within the universe. You are the universe, part of the universe from within you. That's what you need to look for. But the psychic part from within you is gonna be asking you, are you nuts? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? But when the divine comes in and they manifest it for you, you will understand the whole process of miracles. Okay? Because your wish that it's from ego can turn into a nightmare. But your wish with the divine granted, guess what? You're going to be getting your blessings in there. So that's what I'm leaving you guys for today. So, yes, the Phoenix Rising. Exactly, Wonderland. And we are going to talk about tomorrow about soul shock and rebirth from within. So thank you guys for coming in, and let's share some love. And if you guys need some energy, something, or you need something from me, let me know. I can help you for it. And yes, here for you. Here's some little gifts from the universe to you guys. You guys be loved.